is on the M5 from the International Terminal at Sydney Airport. From the Traffic Chopper, the Plus Traffic Chopper, I'm Tim Govers.
The new Premier Berejiklian is promising a new approach on some tough old issues. We know she'll have a new look ministry, and she has made housing affordability one of her top 3 priorities. Well, she joins us now from Macquarie Street with our state political reporter, Catalina Flores.
Thanks, Hugh, and congratulations, Premier. Are you getting used to that title yet?
Not quite, but I will by the end of the day. It's just been an amazing experience, and I'm really, really pleased that I'll now be able to represent the 7.5 million people that call New South Wales home. It's an unbelievable privilege, and I'm really looking forward to the opportunity.
Premier, you said today that you'll do things your way. What exactly is that way, and what's your pitch to voters?
I think what's really important is to acknowledge that our state is the economic and infrastructure powerhouse of the nation, but that's not just about mega projects in Sydney. My mark on the leadership on the premiership will be to make sure that every community in New South Wales gets their fair share of those resources, because we are in a position to build more infrastructure, but I also appreciate what it means if a dirt road is paved in a country area, or if there's a new hospital ward, or if there's upgrade to sporting facilities. Those things matter to local communities, and my mark will be listening to people's aspirations and making sure that the enormous benefits we've achieved in New South Wales through a strong economy and great infrastructure pipeline are shared amongst all communities around the state.
Just on that, you said you'd listen to communities not just at the election but between elections. Is that a reflection of Mike Baird's premiership?
Not at all. I think it's a reflection of changing times. I think the way that people's expectation is changing is people want to be more involved in decision making. People want to make sure they're heard, not just at elections but at other times. And I'm someone who'll listen, I'll support, and I'll act decisively. And I'm really looking forward to getting around and talking to people on the ground and making sure we're delivering to those communities who need things the most.
You're now the 7th leader of the state in a decade. How will voters know that they can trust you, and know that you'll stick around?
I'll say, look at my track record. For 6 years I've worked really hard to deliver some of the keystone innovations and projects for New South Wales, and whether it was my time in the Transport Ministry or whether it was my time as Treasurer, I've always worked very hard to do what's best for the community, and I'll continue to do that in this new role.
You identified housing affordability as one of the biggest issues in the state, and it's hard to argue with you on that, but how exactly will you fix it?
Well, we know we're doing a lot already, but I want to make sure that the average person doesn't feel owning a home is out of their reach. I want to make sure the average person with an average job feels that they can own a home in Greater Sydney. And we know that we're building more homes. We have more homes approved than ever before, but I still feel people are concerned about that issue. And as a government, we're going to be exploring further options as to how we can support those getting into the market for the first time.
That's all well and good to have those aspirations, but surely you have some ideas. Labor says you could have a summit. Would you be interested in that?
I'm not interested in talk fests. I'm interested in making a difference, and I certainly do have some ideas about issues or ways in which I can address that, and obviously in due course we'll make those public.
You were part of a government that signed off on controversial issues like lockout laws, greyhound bans and council mergers. On the council mergers, how will you justify a backflip on that?
Well, we've not suggested a change in policy in anything at this stage, but what I will do is sit down with my colleagues across the coalition and discuss the issues that people may have of concern and move forward in that way. There is so much we're doing that is very positive. I'm certainly not going to revisit every decision our government's taken, because I think there's so much we're doing that's really good, but no doubt there are always issues that people want us to look at differently, and I'm open to looking at that.
Does it disappoint you as a first female Liberal leader that you are fielding questions such as why you're not married and don't have children?
Look, it goes with the job, and I say to people, judge me on my actions. I'm here to make life better for the citizens of this great state, and I'm committed to that. And I accept that people in community have different circumstances, different backgrounds, and that's a positive. And I think respect goes a long way, and also hard work.
You have a lot on your plate at the moment, chief amongst them a reshuffle, very difficult reshuffle. Can you tell us when you'll reveal that?
Not yet. Good try though, Catalina.
All right, Premier, you've been very kind with your time. I wish you all the best, and you've had a very busy day, so thank you for joining us.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Back to you, Hugh.
Thank you, Catalina. Now stay with us, we've got more on tonight's big story.